genocide, war crimes, and crimes of aggression. And there was one nation would aggress against another nation in a warlike fashion. And so here I am, and I know this because I've studied international human rights. I know the history of human rights all the way back, 4,000 years. In fact, I'm the author of the Riga Declaration on, what was it called, Religious Freedom, Family Values, and Human Rights, which was published in Riga, Latvia in 2006 or 2007. It's published on my website, defendthefamily.com. And it is a summary of the history of human rights and where it comes from. Now, in the modern world, the leftists have created a new category of human rights, of civil rights, that has never existed, has never been recognized, never been protected in the history of the world, and that is what's called sexual orientation regulations. And that's what we're fighting against now. That's what the whole battle, the whole culture war regarding homosexuality goes to that fundamental issue. And so I want to give a little background on how we got to where we are right now, and then touch on things that are happening right now and the implications for them, and then talk about solutions, because we don't want to just talk about the horror stories and have no way to be able to respond to it. There are ways to respond, although honestly we have been outmaneuvered considerably by the cultural Marxists. Well, the history of the homosexual movement is very dark and dirty, as you can imagine, and I have chronicled it. Some of it I've chronicled in my book, The Pink Swastika. But even before The Pink Swastika, and I didn't even know this until I went to the National Archives and dug out all the copies, the early copies of the Journal of Homosexuality. This is like the preeminent journal of the homosexual movement, written by their scholars about themselves. And Gert Hakema of the University of Amsterdam wrote an article about the early roots of the homosexual movement, and in his analysis, the pioneer of so-called gay rights was the Marquis de Sade, all the way back in the late 1700s. Marquis de Sade, whose name is known for sadism, was an extremely wicked man. He was sentenced to death for sodomizing and murdering his butler, and he was the one who began the process of arguing for the decriminalization of homosexuality in the world. He didn't get very far. In his time, nobody was going for that, and it really wasn't until almost